And welcome back to the second half of this top-of-the-table clash between Dandytown Hornets and PHC Zebras, all tied 1-1. Low. Going long. Darryl being watched by Secoy. Goes to Ming.
Oh, actually, down the front, look. The front tip part is the black bag to your left.
Throw in just in front of us.
That laptop bag to your left. To your left. That laptop bag right there. That big square bag.
Mikey Lamb doesn't clear properly there. Ming picks it up. Oh.
Very front pocket.
It's a free kick for the Hornets. Simmons is there, Ming is there, Secoy Robinson, a one-man wall. Straight across the goal mouth. Nobody able to get a boot on it. Goal kick Zebras. Robert Richardson. Ball going long, looking for Smith. Dyer clears. Lonnie Bascom brings it under control as the Zebras take over possession. Free kick Zebras. It was noticed earlier that this was a rare occasion where you saw both teams on the field before the officials. This is how important this match is to everyone. Oh! Richardson, who's come forward for this set piece. Diving header, but missed it completely. Goal kick, Hornets. Bascom. The Shields. Back to Bascom. Tried to back heel but lost possession, and here's Fabian Frankson. Cleared there by Mikey Lamb. Sion Darrow going left to Damon Ming, and his one-time shot wide. Goal kick Zebras, who are now going with the wind in this second half. Bascom. Well read by Cayman Tucker. Ming chipping it forward. Mikey Lamb is there. Ming keeping the pressure on the Zebras. Cofield Robinson will take the throw.
This is where the tension gets high. This is where mistakes could be costly. Russell looks like he's in. His pace.
Rocco was there.
Rocco was there. Good cover.
Gave up a corner though.
Mike is still one thing left out there. Raymond Packy Beach has not had his goal. No one stops him from scoring. Can PHC stop him from scoring.
Here's the corner kick. The flag has gone up, so the ball actually went out. They should have let someone take it that could swerve it in instead of going out of the field and on to the field. So, goal kick.
Mike, I see that the goal kicks are being taken by George Dyer. I mean, that would signal some sort of injury or uncomfortableness to goalkeeper Treadwell Gibbons. This is a race. This is a race. To pace of Angelo. He's always going to win those races.
Ming now. Mikey Lamb clears. Frankson being pressured by the Shields.
Both teams are sort of just canceling each other's sort of style out. You know, with the aggressiveness for both teams, they cancel each other out. You know, I think it's going to come down to their special player. You know, which one of the special players are going to step up in that moment to win this game. Because these teams are very evenly matched. You know, from the midfield play, the defensive play, and the forward play. The match will be decided by the special player. It's perfectly and poisely set up for Russell and Raymond Beach to edge their name in history here today.
Darrell. Tucker goes to his right to Rocker. Oh, Bascom strips him.
Look at Bascom does a lot of work in out on that field.
But Dyer read Bascom like a book.
Yeah.
Rocker now sends it across. Richardson gets a hit on it.
PHC just turned off and
Beach just wide.
You
just wide.
Not turn off when Beaches are on. PHC's turned off for a split second, and the pace of Angelo was able to save that ball from going out, and he found Beach unmarked.
Darrell now.
The signs are there. Beach is starting to come alive. The one thing about Beach is once he misses a goal, he feels that he has to score after that, so he goes in search. You know, he doesn't go hiding. He goes in search to make amends. And that has to go down as a miss. That definitely has to go down as a miss.
We're in the 54th minute. George Dyer to take the free kick. There's a two-man wall. Oh, Beach again. That's it.
And as I said it, the special player steps up in a special moment. And Raymond Packy Beaches stepped up once again for Dandytown to put him 2-1 up. And there you have it, Mike. Special player. He's definitely a special player. And he stepped up in this moment to put Dandytown.
Didn't wake up. Just moments ago, he shot just inches wide.
And that was a warning sign.
Yes.
And they didn't pay attention to the warning sign. And he's not going to stop now, Mike. Trust me, he's not going to stop. And that's the difference right there. That is the difference. Dandytown's success does lie at the boots of Raymond Packy Beach. And he finished that one with a plum.
The Shields. Ball gives it straight to Darrell. And here come the Hornets once again.
What is PHC made of? Can they respond? Do they have it in to respond?
Ming shot takes a deflection.
They're defending for their lives now. Robinson's been unusually quiet here today. Shakur's been quiet, and when they're quiet, that means Russell's quiet because he gets no service.
We're going to get a booking here. Was that on Cofield?
That's Cofield Robinson. Another straight free kick. Goalkeeper comes out, punches away the danger.
Throw in, Hornets, far side.
Oh, Mike, we have the score at 2-1. Dandytown.
Now that is your prediction.
That is my prediction.
But I feel there's more goals in this match.
I sense it too, Mike. I sense there are more goals in this match. I don't think Raymond Packey Beach is finished yet. So one thing about a team, when you have a quality goal scorer, is that it starts to open up goals for other people. So you're gonna get now Angelo Simmons coming to the game looking for his goal. But Raymond Packey Beach scores those goals in those critical moments. That wins and loses games. There are a lot of players that score goals, but there are very few players that score goals in those critical moments when they're needed.
Smith wins the battle on the far side, inside to Bascom. Whistle goes. This came in Tucker, fouls Bascom. Once again, we look at the clock. We're in the 58th minute, and it's...
I'm just looking at Robinson. Robinson's back here at the right back. It looks like he's hobbling a bit before a little injury. He's the right winger, and he's in the right back position.
Cofield Robinson goes to his right to Secoy Robinson. Russell's asking for it.
Yes, and that's the service. That's the service that's needed.
But who was there with him? George Dyer. George is not giving Russell any space. Now Machette goes over and has a talk to Dyer. This is a corner for the Zebras.
That was a great corner.
And here comes the Hornets.
Ming's free here on this right wing if they can spot him. They're unable to spot Ming on this left wing here.
Frankson with service to Tucker. Tucker again. There's the cross. Oh, just inches wide. Goal kick, Zebras.
What is PHC made of? Can they respond? Can they respond? Yes, this is the player here that needs to be far more involved.
Secoy is playing so deep.
So deep. He is. He's playing so deep. I don't think it's going to be as effective from those deep positions. He's more effective running behind defenses.
Ming trying to find his skipper and Beach. Oh! Just wide, but the offside flag was up. But what service?
That's the combination of Ming and Beach again.
Smith chasing, unable to get there. Throw in Hornets. We are in the 60th minute, Maceo. And the home team have the wind at their back and a 1-goal advantage.
Usually, I mean, Georgie Dyer's just been able to collect the ball freely at that position. You know, I would think Russell needs to be closing him down and making it very difficult for him to play that ball forward. And this is what I continue to talk about with the maturity. Yeah. At this point in time, you know, if one thing's not working in the game, you need to contribute somewhere else. Yeah, and I think that's something that Russell will learn as he continues to develop.
Here's Dyer with a sizzler from well out there.
Yeah, and he's having a free roll. He's not being tracked. So he's doing it on both ends. He's been able to defend Russell. You know, he cleverly defended him in the first half when I thought that should have been a penalty. And here says Lonnie Bascom again having to go. He got drawn one.
Too much.
Like he's a definite live wire, that Bascom. See, and these are again simple things. Lonnie gets the ball and he puts it out there and leaves it. You know, this is the unprofessionalism and the lack of maturity on PHC's behalf. You know, they need the ball to be in play. And Dandytown, quite rightly so, is just going to take their time.
Eat up the clock.
I think PHC's becoming sort of their own worst enemy at this moment. Yeah.
As we see here's Beach and Ming is out here unmarked. Oh, Hall goes up courageously, collects cleanly, goes to the edge of the box. I was trying to say there, Maceo, that Brendan Miners has warmed up in the first half. He's now warming up again in the second half. So Coach Jomar Wilkinson is looking to get him in the game. The question is when and for who. Ball turns it inside. Smith is there, but this one well over the Gorhams there.
Dyer has taken no nonsense. He's definitely been one of the unsung heroes for Dandytown this season. His defender, he's a no nonsense defender.
This is another corner for the Zebras. Let's see, Smith is going to take it this time. That's the 6th corner of the match for the Zebras, the 3rd in this half. Sequoia Robinson sends it over. Oh! Robert Richardson was up there for that. Headed it across goal. Goal kick, Hornets. Big boot by Dyer. Russell challenges Cayman Tucker. Russell now. Russell and Dyer go at it. See what Dyer does here. Oh, it's got to be a card. It's got to be a card. You know, after that, what we talked about that transpired at the interval, Mouchette now has to respond.
But you see the pace and the power of Russell. You know, he was able to easily manhandle Dyer, so it lends you to say that penalty situation in the first half with Russell being in the inside of Dyer, you know, just baffles me as to how the officials were unable to spot that. But this is what Russell needs to do. This is what he needs to do. He needs to show his pace and power, and stay in the game.
Now Dyer has to be a bit cautious. He cannot afford another foul on Russell.
Yeah, I think he can get the beating of Dyer quite often. Yeah, but those are the things that he needs to do.
Here come the Hornets.
Hornets can counterattack here.
When you look at the speed up front, Angelo Simmons, Raymond Packy Beach, and Damon Ming, That is a lethal attack.
It is. PHC's usual counter-attacking. I mean, with all the attacking is being provided by Lonnie Bascom coming out of that midfield. You know, the front three are really offered nothing here today.
So you can see Secoy Robinson and Shakir Smith have switched sides again. Secoy is going to the far side and Shakir close to us.
For me, PHC's front three has just not really got up for this game. But all that can change. That can change so quickly. You know, they usually create, 2 and 3 chances every half. They really haven't created any chances. The chances are all coming from the deep runs of Lonnie Bascom out of the midfield.
Throw in Hornets. The Shields. Cayman Tucker finds Frankson. Ball is there. It's cleared. Oh,
that's
well done there by Dyer.
That's Dyer again.
He's really having an outstanding game. Lynn Tucker, you notice he settled a bit.
Yeah, he has. I will bet the coaches had a chat with him halftime to get him to settle down. Again, that's that Bascom.
Frankson, who sprays it to his left to Darrell, who sends it right back for Simmons. Keeper, comes off aggressively, and he's out of the box.
He didn't find the pass. Russell needs to get in, and he's not in the game.
You see now the call there against Antoine Russell, and he's questioning me because I'm sure it's associated with that verbal abuse.
Yeah, man, I think he's just focused on the wrong things here today. He's allowing the referee to distract him.
Well done by goalkeeper Hall. Here's Russell now. Darrell beats him to the ball. Ball now, trying to find Secoy Robinson, but Rocker comes up with it.
Yeah, Secoy's, miscontrolled that one. He just doesn't look like he's into the game today. Him, Noah Shakir, they're quiet. They're very, very quiet. It's almost like the occasions just overwhelmed them. Yeah. Those two wingers for PHC need to come alive.
Lonnie Bascom, and when Dyer is pulled out of the center, Cayman Tucker is in the middle.
For me, PHC looking to make their first substitute. This is the player that we interviewed the other day that says he wears the Army things on his foot because he goes to war. Dean. Justin Dean. Yeah, and just as I thought, man, Robinson looked to be carrying a little bit of injury because he definitely wasn't his usual live wire self. He's got a little grimace coming on his face as he comes off the field. Yeah. I would almost guarantee, he's carrying a little knock that he would have picked up as his.
We said that he just didn't seem 100%.
Yeah. I mean,
hence he was playing so deep.
Yeah, and he's usually a live wire no matter what. I mean, that's the style of play that he is, and he was just quiet today.
Ming now
could have something to do with a knock he picked up earlier in the game, and ran at it as long as he could.
Richardson, the Shields, Bascom. Oh. First good moves I've seen from the Zebras.
Again, but it's starting so deep with it started with Richardson from the center back position. You know. Coach Jamal Wilkerson is inching out of his coaching box there.
Russell's teeing up from well outside. Pretty soon, desperation is going to set in for the Zebras. We are now in the 71st minute.
And the Dandytown players know Russell's on a yellow card, and you know.
Oh, Bascom's probably going to get one here.
They actually, you know, they're taunting him as much as possible. Yeah, with Russell being on a yellow card.
Well, now Bascom has one.
Right, Bascom out. Georgie Dyer just took a ill-advised risk there. You know, he got away with it. He's living on the edge.
Dyer with the free kick going right to Ming, who's all over the field. He could play on any one of my teams. He truly is a workhorse.
Yes, he is. My grandpa, Tansy Russell, actually loves him, man. You know, he speaks highly of him all the time. If you could get Tansy speak highly of a footballer today, you know, you must be doing something right.
And he had his chances overseas, you know, yes?
Yes.
With a few professional teams, but never really broke into the quick ranks, the big ranks. But it's a corner, and it's Ming to take it. .72 minutes down, Maceo, and Lonnie Bascom. He has carried the bulk of the load in the midfield for the Zebras.
Yes, man. Bascom has been a workhorse. You know, ably assisted by the Shields. And Lamb that sits around the midfield, provides the passes. So what can Russell do with this? Can he put PHC back in the game? And he struck it right into the wall. And Tonkin counterattack. That's a great tackle by Lamb there. Ton had 3 players sprinting forward. Look at the strength of
Frankson. Straight into Richardson. This is where I think Kevin Lamb is most effective. He's more of a defensive midfield player.
Yes.
But I don't think the fitness level is high enough for him to get forward like Ming.
Yes.
Nevertheless, it's a throw-in. Antonio Lowe down the line for Frankson, who's being watched by Cofield Robinson. It's Frankson again. One-time ball across the center. Lynn Tucker comes up with it. He has Ming there. He has Angelo Simmons also. Simmons, Ball is there shadowing, keeping Simmons back to goal, and the referee's assistant says goal kick. It's Dandytown Hornets 2, PHC Zebras 1. If it remains, Maceo will be correct again in his prediction, but more importantly, the Hornets will move 5 points clear of the Zebras.
And
Mikey Lamb, he's really stepped up today.
yeah, man, he has had a good game, man.
And it has allowed Richardson to go forward on set pieces and corners. Dyer sends it right back. Cofield Robinson heads it forward. Sion Darrow has Fabian Frankson to his left. Frankson finds Simmons, who finds Darrow. Oh, they ran into each other.
Russell against Dyer again. Dyer gets the better of him once again.
I told you there's no love out there right now. As Cousins is allowed to look at them. They're actually in each other's face.
They're just squared up against each other. Both of them on yellow cards. Both of them need to be calm and keep focused in the game because both of them are on yellow cards.
But look at this. These two finger pointed, and it's still going on out there. And you said they're cousins?
They're first cousins.
First cousins.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Could have fooled me.
Yeah. And I can tell you, not one of them's going to back down. They will not back down. His law will get rougher.
Free kick Zebras. Ball. Jonathan Ball.
Referee Machette just having a word.
Wisely so.
Yeah, they both need to be tread lightly because they're both on yellow cards.
Oh, look at this. Lynn Tucker just put an elbow. Oh, this is going to get nasty out there. That's the new guy. Justin Dean is pushing his weight around a bit. But look at this. Darrow now on the counter. Looking for Simmons, but Richardson gets a boot on it. Now it's DeShields. Russell starts his run on the right side. But, oh, what a good tackle from Fabian Frankson. Smith tries one from well outside.
We need to see Smith a lot more in the game, man. He's going very, very quiet, man. Again, I just think the occasions just overwhelmed him. Yeah.
We're in the 79th minute, Maceo. Time is very precious now for the Zebras. Lynn Tucker to his skipper. Ming to Lynn Tucker. Darrow unable to control it. Zebras throw in. Jonathan Ball. Ball again. Ming cuts out the intended pass. The Zebras have to come up with some adjustment in this last 10 to 12 minutes.
Yeah, Mike, for me, they're just not responding. Yeah, they're just not responding.
Dyer is doing the overlapping run. Richardson is there.
Look at the tenacity of Dyer, man. Even on the attacking end, you know, Dandytown players just look like they want this a lot more. You know, they're fighting for every ball. You know.
Is this Time on Darryl.
Yeah, so
It's going to come on.
Time and Darryl. Looks like they're withdrawing. Anthony Rocker.
So Rocker will come off.
So obviously, Coach Wilkerson has a concern as to what's going on at that right back position.
Beach. Sandwiched, but gets between them. It's still Beach. It's Beach. Oh, well done, Hall.
How did Beach miss that? I would have bet my house on that. Beach had two other players there waiting for him, and the girl gaping. He's composed himself.
That should have been the icing on the cake.
That should have been the icing on the cake, Mike. He will be disappointed for himself. A player of his quality, he would definitely be disappointed with himself, because he had two options there. He had Angelo and Frankson sitting there waiting for an easy tap in. But just as a striker, he took the responsibility himself. So to finish it off. But as I said, when he misses chances, he looks to make amends. So watch out for the retaliation of Beach. He looks to make amends. Missing chances just makes him more hungrier. But will that give PHC a lifeline? Will that put?
Oh, Bascom almost came up with that one, but Lowe got a boot on it.
One thing about Beach, no one had a complaint about him taking that chance around this field. No one, not one fan. That just shows you the respect that he commands around here. He's brought him such happiness and such glory over the years.
Time running out on the Zebras. Here's Russell!
And that's Russell stepped up!
2-2! Antoine Russell in the
and Beach
83rd minute levels the score.
And Beach is being made to pay for that missed chance. But PHC is celebrating it, and it's still a lot to play for in this game. But that's where Russell's dangerous. Now, Mike, when Russell scores, PHC lose.
This should bring about a very interesting last 7 minutes of the match.
When Russell scores, PHC don't lose.
Well, what about draw? What about draw when he scores? It's level 2-2. Top of the table clash on BSN.
Well, Mike, we got it all, Mike. We got the two special players step up with goals. The penalty is definitely going to be a talking point. And that sure is my prediction out the door is 2-2.
I said it was going to be more goals.
But you did, Mike.
Lynn Tucker, will he let loose? Oh, yeah, but well off target.
High and wide. High and wide. And I know Packy Raymond Beach will be kicking himself for that missed chance, because he could have put the game away. But that's how cruel football is. Dandytown seemingly coasting. And I know that girl will give Russell a lifeline.
Gibbons with a big boot with the wind behind his back. Richardson gets a hit on it. It'll run into touch.
Mike, and it's added spice in this game for Russell, because Russell's played for Dandytown, and he's actually the brother-in-law of Jamal Wilkinson, the coach of Dandytown. So I know bragging rights are on the table here. Yeah.
Ming. Whistle goes. So if this does end in a draw, and there is another draw for these two teams, and the Rams can pick up 2 wins, they're not out of it.
Well, yes. Nothing changes if this game ends in a draw. There's no damage done. It just makes it more intense going down the stretch.
In other words,
You know, it would definitely.
in other words, 2 wins for the Rams would give them 29 points. And the Hornets will be on 32, and the Zebras will be on 30 in the event that they draw 2 more matches.
Like, I do believe there's another goal in this match.
You think so?
I'm going to go online and change my prediction, and I think PHC is going to get it. I think PHC is actually going to get that goal.
Look at the renewed vigor.
Yeah, their energy has just changed.
Mikey Lamb working on Beach. Beach will get the cross in, but nobody's there. Ball heads it forward. Ming hustling as Simmons going across the goal mouth. Mikey Lamb. Time and Darrell, but the flag goes up. The RAs.
That was a challenge for you, Mike.
What a match it has been. Truly one of equal to a cup final.
Yep.
Quickly taken by Dyer. There's the cross. Oh, the Shields gets a hit on it. Smith gets a hit on it. And Justin Dean will hit it over the line.
Right, Dandytown is keeping a close eye on Russell there. They're keeping 3 players back, guarding him.
87 minutes down, Maceo. And the Hornets are in possession. Oh, they gave it away. The Shields. Darrell heading forward, only as far as whistle goes. Precious time ticking away, and a very strategic move coming from Jomar Wilkinson. He's gonna bring on Brendan Miners and burn up precious seconds on the clock. Free kick. Zebras. Oh, it's cleared there by who else but George Dyer. Richardson bangs it against Simmons. It would be a Zebras throw-in. Brendan Miners, who should be so warm now. He's been warming up for the last
quite a while,
30 minutes, and we are in the 88th minute. So to burn up 30 seconds, 40 seconds, Jomar Wilkinson has his smart hat on today. Darrell unable to get it forward, but Tucker for Simmons. Oh, he can't cut back. Mikey Lamb.
Tackled by Mikey Lamb.
Steals Simmons. Ball knocks it. It's a corner. What a move here by Wilkinson. You're now in the 89th minute, and Frankson is going to come off, and this is going to burn up 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Brendan Miners replacing Fabian Frankson. Ming preparing to take the corner for the Hornets. Lonnie Bascom bangs it long, but only as far as Lowe. Immediately they try to find Miners, but Kevin Lamb comes up with it. Lowe gives it away to Miners. A Russell, a 1-2. Bascom being watched by Lowe. Miners comes back to help. They'll go inside to Kevin Lamb, unable to control it. Richardson goes to his left to Ball. We are now in the 89th minute. 2-2 is the score, and you're watching it all on BSN. Oh,
that was excellent defended by Dandytown. PHC did have the advantage on their counterattack, but Dandytown defended well. Didn't let any servers come into that box and force PHC to play back until they eventually lost possession of the ball.
Limping off here in front of us, Lynn Tucker. So temporarily, the Hornets are down to 10 men. Well, according to my unofficial clock, we are now in injury time.
Well, on the referee's time, and he signaled 2 minutes.
2? Okay.
Yeah, he signaled 2 minutes.
All right. I personally believe that's all she wrote, Maceo. I don't think we're going to get any more goals here. Neither team would like to make a mistake in injury time. That will be heartbreaking. Hornets throw in. Looking for Beach. Good turn. Another Hornet throw in. Cayman Tucker sends it long. Kevin Lamb gets a boot on it. Lynn Tucker comes down hard, really hard. And it's Angelo Simmons. Angelo Simmons makes me look bad. Brendan Miners.
Angelo Simmons.
Brendan Miners in the 91st minute. The substitute has given the Hornets a 3-2 lead.
But all credit to Angelo Simmons. He put the ball down, his dribbling ability to be able to take on that last defender, and finds out Brendan Miners in a good position to tuck that wall away and to make Coach Jamal Wilkinson look like a hero out here today with an inspired substitute.
A fresh pair of legs.
A fresh pair of legs.
And Brendan Miners comes up with a goal in the 91st minute. It's Dandytown Hornets 3, PHC Zebras 2. The Zebras are complaining because
but all credit has to be given definitely to Angelo. You know, he puts that ball down and he's got such power and purpose with his dribble.
But did you see how Lynn Tucker accidentally fell on Cofield Robinson, and he's really in pain? I think it's the shoulder. He actually fell on him.
Yeah.
And I mean, can one say should play have been halted?
No, definitely. The rules actually state, you know, only for play, you know, on the team's behalf would kick the ball out. But in this particular predicament, I didn't see Dandytown, you know, wanting to kick that ball out. You know, normally it would be up to the players to enact the fair play rule, but it's not the responsibility of the referee to call it once a player goes down injured, unless it's the goalkeeper or it's a head injury. You know, if it's the goalkeeper, obviously you can't play without the goalkeeper.
And now in the 94th minute, and Angelo Simmons is holding his midsection, so he's limping off.
He comes off with a big smile on his face. You know, he's definitely been a Wolde place replaces him. He's definitely been an inspired signing for Dandytown. Again, man, you see the PHC players just having a go at the referee. You know, I think that, you know, for most part, they've been focused on the wrong thing. You know.
And unfortunately, Maceo, I think I saw them around earlier, but I guess not. St. John's ambulance personnel not on hand today. And Robinson has his arm strapped, and they need to get him to the hospital. Could be a dislocated shoulder. Play resuming as the referee, Anthony Machette, looks at the watch. We're now in the 95th minute, but play halted there for about 2 minutes. We anticipate the final whistle any moment now. Hall into the win. The goal scorer, Miners, to Ming. Offside flag will go up on Packy Beach. He tried to time his run properly, but the RA says offside. Now in the 96th minute. Originally it was 2 minutes of injury time, but the Cofield Robinson injury has forced referee Anthony Machette to give a few extra minutes.
Come to the ball! Come towards the ball!
But it's the Hornets Zebras 2, top of the table clash on BSN. Place heading it forward. Well, wouldn't it be something if another goal came now? Referee says goal kick. And the bell is ringing.
School is in.
Dyer with a goal kick, trying to find Miners, unable to keep it in play. The referee looks at his watch once again.
They just need to get a ball in the box. They need to get a ball in the box.
Rakeem DeShields, they must press forward. Precious seconds remaining. DeShields surrounded there. Lynn Tucker comes up with it. Lonnie Bascom to DeShields, ball. It takes a deflection, ball again. Oh, it's still intense after 96.5 minutes.
And PHC have an opportunity to get a ball into Dandytown's box.
This may be the last hurrah. This may be all she wrote. That's it. That's the final whistle. 3 valuable points for the home team, Dandytown Hornets, with Brendan Miners coming up with that 91st minute goal separating the two teams. Recapping very quickly. In the 15th minute, Lonnie Bascom scored from close range to give the Zebras the lead. And 3 minutes later, Damon Ming converted from the penalty spot. It was level 1-1. Right after the restart, in the 54th minute, Raymond Packy Beach slammed Dandytown ahead 2-1. In the 83rd minute, Antoine Russell headed PHC Zebras level once again, 2-2. And then the substitute, Brendan Miners, scored the winner in the 91st minute. And the final score, Dandytown Hornets 3, PHC Zebras 2. They now have a 5-point lead, Maceo.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be quite impossible to catch Dandytown with a 5-point lead, you know, pending a major breakdown. But I think it would be safe to say Dandytown are definitely in the pole position, you know, to retain, to win their league title over North Village this year.
And what a match indeed. And you saw it all on BSN, Bermuda Sports Network.